Hello, folks in YouTube, and welcome to another episode of my Realpolitiks Let's Play series. It looks like Jujubee was bought by Fulcrum at some point. I wonder if Fulcrum would be a little better based on the launcher. Fulcrum, I wonder if they'd be a little better at actually fixing some of the bugs that were never fixed with Realpolitiks. There's really one main bug, and that's if you run outsourcing, the AP values don't increase with the size of your economy. The costs do, but the rewards do not, and they're supposed to. It even lists in the description that they're increasing, but they don't actually do it. Which, if you're not aware of this bug, can completely submerge your economy when it's become developed enough that you rely on outsourcing projects. I haven't added to that yet, although eventually, if I reach, it tends to be a lot of projects AP cost scale with GDP. So when I have more projects and I'm in a high economic development range, I may very well have that issue be forced to outsourcing, and then I have to periodically cancel and reinitiate these projects. Because like right now it says 6 when my economy is twice the size as give 12 and costs 54, but it would actually only give 6 and still cost 54 because it lies, since you have to cancel and reinitialize the project periodically to avoid everything spiraling into never having AP in your system collapsing very often. And that's ridiculous. And it's a bug that I reported to Jujubee, and they just basically were assholes. I'm like, we're not going to do bug fixes for this game anymore. It's like, right. And then they went to, we're focusing on Realpolitiks 2, and then they've been in Realpolitiks 2 with a bunch of severe bugs as well. So, pricks. By the way, no folks in my channel, I apologize to get right into a rant about that. I'm Northstar. I am doing my best here to create content for your entertainment and get you thinking about real world issues sometimes with commentary. I'm disabled on COVID, and I was just talking about my Cell Simulator Let's Play series is basically erased, especially seems to be from the right wing, where I run into way too many people who supposedly never heard of the disease, even though I can't be the only one telling them about it, and there was all this reporting about the disease. It strikes me as a kind of collective gaslighting, where I think likely even a lot of people claim they don't know about the disease do, and they're just lying about it. How else can it be explained? A disease with this many tens of millions of people affected around the globe, with something like 16 million Americans affected to some degree, and over 3 million affected to the point where they're of working age and they can't work full time anymore, and over 2 million can't work at all on COVID. There's another million who would be too sick to work, except they're either children or the elderly and wouldn't be working anyhow, or they retired early because of long COVID. They're still counted as retirement, even if they might have continued working past 65 or 67 or whatever. Anyhow, by the way, check out my playlist. So we're nice from oldest newest. I know I'm not really selling it, but they don't all have equal amounts of commentary, different amounts, and you might find some games more entertaining real politics here. Now I'm facing some rebels, trying to defeat them and capture a few of their units. That is, win the war without destroying every last one, because then you kick unhappiness down minus 25%. That'll give me this quote Happy Land task reward. Give me some AP and a little money and some score. Because then happiness will reset to 0, though it'll trend back up. It's got momentum. It doesn't instantly fall or rise, like in some games. Probably a good thing that has that momentum. I'm also trying to fabricate a core here. Let's see if this works. So far I have Sofia, Varna, Macedonia, Montenegro, a colony of Venus, another on the bottom of the Pacific off the coast of Chile, Deponia. I'm trying to sprawl across Europe and build a powerful economy, and I guess not accepting the idea that Europe is condemned to stagnation that some people seem to think, which I've just been reading some Asimov short stories. Isaac Asimov, he puts the stuff in his books in his period. It's kind of, honestly, it's kind of cultural US-centric and almost chauvinist, the way this attitude doesn't come from from inevitable facts. War between India and China? Really? Well, that's probably going to go nuclear. Great. It's definitely going to cause a lot of economic disruption. Affect whoever's on the losing side, their population growth, which will slow their GDP growth. Which I don't know if the world economy is affected by individual nations or not. It's possible, though, this will cause a global economic crash. And the nuclear war will hurt my population growth, which will hurt my economic growth, too. Actually, it directly affects economy. And if you look at climate disruption stuff, China has 48 nukes. India has 18. Oh, that's not that many compared to their populations and economy. They may not be able to do the worst nuclear attacks since the number of nukes needed is based on the GDP and population target for things like attacking city, like nuking cities. I guess the idea that you wouldn't nuke just some cities, you're gonna nuke cities, you're gonna nuke them all. I don't know. And the number of cities that are poor enough nuke goes up as the economy grows and the population. Alright, trying to win a frontal advance here. But yeah, I guess here as Macedonia, I'm not accepting that Europe is doomed to stagnation, and I will build a European empire and probably eventually come for the United States and Russia after dealing with the main part of Europe itself. Of course, maybe I'll ban this Let's Play series way before then. So, try and capture roads, or let's go for air supremacy for a moment. Actually, North Korea declared bankruptcy. Doing that while their aircraft are tied up in that. Now capture the roads. Riots in the United States. Ooh. Well, let's talk about having to weaken them eventually. Rising debt levels. This in large part because I am running Super Parents Grand Lottery to encourage people to have more kids. I'm also importing natural resources. 38. Okay, yeah, the whole peace plan thing is expired now. Interesting. In the long run, you actually get more resources because of it. It permanently seems to improve province GP, and I get 65 additional for a little while. Either way, I can cut down on resource imports. I think actually entirely make the File X happier. I only need 18 for my economy. Let's see, they don't want me to do outsourcing, and they don't want me to do import. Pretty sure I can cancel all those now. Boom. Boom, boom. As long as I have over 18, it won't crash my economy. They might want the import infrastructure turned off. Yeah, they want import infrastructure deactivated too, which is a bit more of a pain because it takes a while. I'll have to do that again later. War between Russia and Belarus. The Russians are probably going to finally start annexing Belarus, and as they do it, relations deteriorate, which will... Yeah, eventually they're going to end up with everything here. They're going to finish off Ukraine, Belarus, and the Baltic Union. And it'll just be a matter of... Crimea and Donetsk are Tartar Islamic now. Well, I mean, those were the cultures that were genocided by the Russian Empire prior to the Soviet Union forming. Actually targeted a little bit during the Holodomor, so they rebounded in numbers. But, yeah, and then they'll come for the Central Asian Union, take control of all that. And meanwhile, China is probably going to actually try and chew off pieces of Siberia, southern Siberia here. See if it works. Whatever, I got my own empire to build here. Yep, keep it here. Alright, don't please save the country in foreign hands. So yeah, the file X in the in universe are actually correct. They believe in aliens, UFOs, and they do actually invade, although it's like in 2140. There's a scenario that starts only 2120, so it happens very early in that scenario, but in this one, you have to be playing a long time. The proof is ready. We have proof that top politicians in the world are reptiles trying to take over the world. It wasn't easy to get them. Many brave soldiers lost their lives, but their sacrifice will not be in vain. We will show the world what we have, live on the internet, this coming Monday. The entire world will realize what's gone on right under their nose all this time. I wonder if this prevents the alien invasion event. Like if any nation befriends File X enough. Of course, our broadcast must be secure, since I'm sure the Reptilians' forces will try to block it. I'm sure you don't mind that I borrowed some cash to ensure satisfying protection. Soon, we'll be on the mouths of the entire world, praised as its saviors. Right. Right now I'm doing okay with running a budget surplus. People are restless, revolutions in the air, act quickly and completely reduce unhappiness. Work on that. This wants me to do immigrant heaven, which will increase my pop growth. More cost effectively than investing in healthcare. There's obviously some social commentary or even social security stuff, which is more expensive than health care. There's some implementation costs. I might want to do it though. Keep my economy growing faster for a while. And also increase my unit capacity. Which can allow me to replace losses quicker and suffer demilitarization after wars and still win. Oh, I need infantry here. And some tanks. Been putting off because, you know, running up the debt to build armor. It seemed great. Past time I do a lump of armor and infantry. Increase the size of my army. They're laughing at us. Can you hear them? They're laughing at us. All this work, all the proof. All for nothing. Nobody took our broadcast seriously. They're telling us we're crazy. And you're the worst for wasting public money on it. That's unbelievable. I don't know what to do now. This isn't how it's supposed to be. You've got to be kidding me. It was 500 score. Whew, it's a lot. Relations, the whole world are decreased. And yet, they're actually correct in the in-universe. Everyone laughs at them, but they were right. That's the sad part, sort of. They're not actually crazy. That's the really weird thing about this game. They could have just easily played it as they're crazy. And the game does play it that way for a very long time. And you do get hit with some legitimate events that are legitimate crazies. This event, like a scientist fraud who purports to invent a perpetual motion machine, which you should never, ever believe. But this is interesting in that they're actually in-universe correct, that there are reptilian aliens trying to take over Earth. And that could have been easily just played as, you know, the me and buttons and nutcases. And apparently it is played as no one believes them. Alright, I developed lasers, which enables more military techs. That's why I did it. Advanced air systems. But anti-tank tactics in the short run. And smart mines. Mines able to self-destruct herself, deactivate on demand, and to redeploy themselves when their neighbors detonate or removed. And precision bombs. Let's see. Infantry support tactics requires super materials, which I could do. This doesn't have any upkeep cost, like anti-tank tactics, but Smart Mines only adds a little to infantry cost and makes them much more effective. Of course, they are the cannon fodder I used a lot of. Give me a sec to think, guys. Alright, I just had to take a quick look at the size of my debt, decide what to do. I can do super materials, add score, whatever. But the big thing is to allow infantry support tactics, which doesn't have upkeep. And the upkeep does go up. No, smart lines. This just adds to unit costs. Some of these things, it's based on the size of your population, so it'll just keep going up and up and up. I think drone recon is a fixed cost, though. And this will bankrupt me each time. So, boom. Super materials and some of the other stuff will be useful eventually, like stealth, but super materials isn't too expensive. Introduction to the military of new physical materials without the creation of new ultimate weapons. So I'm investing heavily in technology, green technology, and super materials. Losing infantry like crazy. I need more of them. Yeah, they normally only cost 10 AP to produce. So, yeah, you do add a little bit. Once produce 20 of them, I thought it cost money, but it's just AP. Smart mines do. That's the costs. Of course, it's like 10 gold a month for, or maybe 8 or 9 for the debt I just acquired, but eventually it'll go bankrupt and I won't be paying anymore. If I'm constant at war, I'll probably lose more than an infantry unit a month anyways. Right, that's not gonna work right now. Try and something rely on that to weaken their tank forces. Oh, I don't know. Let's clear the skies. I got the aircraft. Should need some more though. More. Cool. Now destroy the last armor. Be careful, I can easily whip out what's left of them units. Just aircraft. Unorganized, fast defensive. Is it? Yeah, I'm about to have more infantry. Cool, I captured one tank at the end. Rebels crushed. Our army managed to stifle the rebellion and maintain the stability of our government. The rebel scum will now face justice. Danger from UFOs. I need an aircraft systems and 15 aircraft units now. Oh boy. I didn't see the unhappiness for say. I would have sworn it always... Maybe I didn't actually capture that last tank and destroyed it. Came way too much down to the line in the end. Oh well. Yeah, declares bankruptcy again. I'm running a budget surplus, then acquiring a little extra debt matters even less. Like I did before. Common currency, it helps my growth slightly, but it also helps the Federation of Albania a lot. Because they have a much smaller economy than me. They should see huge growth. I'm at 0 warmonger rating. Could definitely launch a war somewhere. Okay, this war is definitely going against the Belarusians. They're almost at tanks, so they lose. Okay, tech Greece. Non-A Yeah. Yeah, I could once they have some of these military units done. Might need a couple more tanks here. Time, 20 minutes. About to have to go bankrupt to do some more province improvements. I could delay it so that way get something after super materials. Maybe stealth or nanotechnology. They're expensive as heck. Nanotech lies in the way to false target generators. Yeah, I might want nanotechnology. I don't know, figure it out. For now, I got some units in production. And waiting for some of these war losses to come down since they can make it hard to win wars. Paraguaysm in Mesopotamia. Paraguaysm spreads in an amazing speed. Whole cities are converting into it. So what this actually does, if you're curious, not just flavor text, is it changes the culture. Paraguaysm here. This is actually the first place after Paraguay to change, but eventually you get a whole block that has this culture, which is also accepted culture for Paraguay, so they can potentially go, and actually it is for Argentina. They must get events whether they accept it or not. So it can, it actually creates more positive relations now, because Paraguay and Argentina share a common culture. North Korea declares bankruptcy. As a player, you can use that to play as Paraguay, and actually, assuming that event still fires, which it might not, the same way East and West Yugoslavia haven't formed in my game when I played as Macedonia. So it may only be for the AI. Or it might be a random chance, just like there's an event that can generate a new deep sea base near Cuba, which doesn't fire in most games, but it did once when I was doing the Habsburg Resurgency scenario. It's kind of cool. Haven't seen it ever again. Could just have very specific triggers, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to cut this video here so I don't have to edit in too. I hope you all enjoyed this. Take care of each other, be kind to yourselves, and may you always find a guiding star to lead you home. And next time, this is Northstar, I do. And best luck to you all.